Well, here's my 1988 Skeeter Starfire 150. I've already started this process, but this is kind of a review of the Pro-tec products restoration kit. Without going into any major detail, I have tried pretty much every product on the market throughout the years. I've even re-cleared this boat once, which lasted for about a month before it looked worse than it had ever looked in its entire life. Anyway, we're gonna make a trip around the boat. As you can see on this side, you see here there's some cloudiness going on here. I did clean the boat up and buff it here a couple of weeks ago, just to give an idea of a good before when it was clean and not dirty. Now, I have washed the boat since, and I started this project a couple of nights ago to go over it, and here we'll go through what all comes in this Pro-tec products. This is the restoration kit, and it comes with everything you need. Here's what they call their new Paint Moisturizer. Here's their wash and gloss, which is their boat wash. This is the clear coat sealant. This is the showroom conditioner. This is a cleaner degreaser, comes in the kit. It comes with a set of instructions here with detailed instructions on what to do. And then finally here, it also comes with a vinyl sealant after you get everything clean on your seats and your rubber trim and so on and so forth. Now, there's a few things that you will need when you start a project such as this. Obviously, you're gonna have to wash the boat. You need a wash bucket and a good cloth to wash it with. The first time you wash it, which I have already done, but you need some ammonia. What the ammonia does is it's going to pull off any old wax. It's going to get the boat back down to a bare surface. Just give it a deep clean and pull off any of the old stuff that you want to get rid of before you start a project like this. You're also, which the kit comes with these. As you can see, I've already used them once, but it comes with some applicator pads. It comes with just about everything you'll need, but you will need, which it doesn't come with, one of these foam applicator pads. And you're going to need a buffer of some sorts. A little cheap buffer like this will work, but you're not going to achieve optimum results. A good high-speed buffer with a really good wool buff pad is really what you need. And then before it's all said and done, the high-speed buffer and one of these foam pads like this to really get it to shine. Now we're going to walk around the other side here, and I'm going to show you the other side of the boat. And I've already started the wet sanding process. And over here, I've already wet sanded this the first time, this whole side of the boat with 800 grit. I'm starting with 800 grit plain and simply because starting right here and coming up to right here forward on this side, that is the only clear coat left on the top cap. As you can see, it's got some stress cracks and some other stuff here, and got some divots and indentions here from where the trolling motor's ridden its whole life. But I've still got a good clear coat on the side, but I'm wet sanding that too, just flat, because down here on the lower part on both sides I have a good bit of oxidation. What I'm doing here, I started with the instructions there, which really pertain more to somebody that has a good clear coat that's oxidized. The kit actually comes with 1,000 grit, a couple of sheets of 1,000, 1,500, and 2,000. Now, I'm going one step further and starting with 800, just because I want to get it a little bit deeper. Then I will move on to the 1,000, the 1,500, and then the 2,000. Then you'll give the boat another really good wash before you start the restoration process. I'm going to show you all a little bit of the wet sanding process here. Just got a little small trickle of water coming out of the water hose, and I'm going to start back here on this back corner. Okay, now the wet sanding process is complete. Sanded the boat 4 times with 800, 1000, 1500, and then 2000 for the final sanding. Most people, if you have a good clear coat and you're just trying to remove oxidation, 1000 grit would be the starting point for most people. Being that I'm going a little deeper is why I started with 800. Now that the sanding is complete, I rinsed the boat off, but that's not going to get all of the sanding dust removed. So we're going to need to wash the boat one more time before we start applying the restoring agents. And this time we're just going to use what comes in the kit here, the washing gloss and water. No abrasives such as the ammonia, nothing like that. We just want to remove the dust, which you can see in residue here that's on the boat. You can see the dust and residue, and the boat is smooth now after the wet sanding. So once we get the wash done and we start the buffing process, she should shine up really nicely. Okay, now we have completed the wet sanding process. We have washed the boat after the wet sanding process to remove all of the residue, and I have applied the new Paint Moisturizer, which is the next step in the process, to the boat. Let it set for 45 minutes to an hour, and then we are going to now go on to the first step of the buffing process. Here is what the boat looks like after the wet sanding and applying the new Paint Moisturizer. You can see that it has dried to a haze. That's the whole boat, sides, everything looks like that. I've actually begun the buffing process with my buffer back here, and you can automatically see the difference in the way the boat looks. Now I've finished the new Paint Moisturizer application process, and now I'm on the last washing of the boat before we apply the sealant polish. And I've got a B. Anyway, I'm going to take you around the boat. I'm going to show you what I use to apply the new paint and what the boat looks like. Okay. Now here's what I use. Here's the new Paint Moisturizer. After wet sanding and your second wash of the boat, this is the product that you will be applying to the boat that comes in the kit from Pro-tec products. I used a wool applicator pad here on a high-speed buffer on about 2,000 RPM, and let me take you around the boat and show you what the boat looks like now versus how it looked when we started. And as you can see, the boat is shining up pretty good. I mean, it's a complete 360 from what the boat did look like. And now, of course, we're not finished, but back here I've already started washing the boat for the last time, and we'll walk around the other side here so you can see. Now, of course, when the sun hits it, you know, this boat, there's no clear left on it. It is smooth as a baby's butt here. I mean, there's no rough spots, but you know, this boat's a 1988. We're not going to make it perfect again, but it's, like I said, it's complete 360 from where we started. We're going to wash it again, and then we will pick back up on the last step of the process here, which will be applying the sealant polish. Okay, here is the last product, final step. It is the clear coat sealant and polish. I'm going to apply this with a soft foam applicator by hand. This product goes on very easy, comes off very easy, and you don't really have to buff, but if you want to get optimum shine, you will need to buff it. And so for this part, instead of using wool, we're going to use a foam applicator pad on the buffer. Now, for those of you wondering about this, this is absolute super El Cheapo buffer. It's a Harbor Freight special. I purchased it for this project alone. Don't really have anything bad to say about it. You can't dial in your RPMs perfectly. It just has a dial here that's 1 to 6, I think. Yes, 1 to 6. This buffer has a maximum of 3,500 RPMs. I think I got it with one of those coupons for something like $29. It's obviously not going to last and be as good as, say, a DeWalt or something of that nature, but I have no complaints about it for 29 bucks, and if it quits or burns up, it's $29. I'm not going to fret over it. So anyway, I'm going to go through this process of applying this, and then I'll meet back with you to look at the final and finished product. The restoration project on my 1988 scooter is complete. I finished the project on Friday. Fished a tournament out of the boat on Sunday, and then have intentionally left the boat set out since. It is now Wednesday, and this is the final product after the entire restoration kit from Pro-tec products. Let's take a walk around the boat and see what it looks like. Now, as you can see from the beginning of the video, there is a complete 360 change in the way that this almost 30-year-old boat now looked when we started the project. This thing shines. It has been sitting outside without the cover at my home since Friday when I completed the job, and it still looks as good as it did when I finished. I mean, and you can see here there's some old plastics in the bottom of the boat. There's leaves and acorns from my oak trees. And I did the whole boat inside and out, and you can see how it's shining now. So I mean, I didn't miss one detail here. Even down in here in the splash well, behind the seat, the console, I did it all. Well, there you have it. I'm a believer. I've tried numerous products in the past over many years. I've been fishing out of this boat for almost 13 years. Review to see, after everything I read on the internet, to see if the product really worked, and I believe it really works. If you're looking to give this a shot with whatever boat you have, whatever project you may have in front of you, you can go to www.primarytackle.com. They do carry Pro-tec products. Now they are, I am affiliated with them, but I did not get my kit from them. They happen to be out of the kit when I went looking to purchase it, and I bought my kit directly from Pro-tec products. So I just want everybody to understand that I am not affiliated with Pro-tec products in any way. I'm not sponsored by them, but you can get their products from one of my sponsors. Again, that's www.primarytackle.com. They carry a wider range of awesome fishing tackle, Pro-tec products, and other things. So give them so check them out, and please subscribe. I will, before I sell my boat. This boat is going to be for sale in the next few weeks. It's just time to upgrade, and I will do a follow-up video with what the boat looks like, with the exact time frame from when I completed the project to when I sell it, as to what it still looks like. And maybe that'll be the ultimate test. But like I said, after the boat is set outside for several days in a row, it's been fished out of once, and it still looks like it did when I finished. I don't know about the rest of you out there, but every time I've ever done anything and have made this boat look similar to what it looks like now, within a day or two, it looked just like it did when I started. With Pro-tec products, that is not the case. Thank y'all, and please subscribe for me.